Before sunrise, the Atlantic is already awake. Along America's northeastern coast, lobster season is more than a date on a calendar. It's the moment an entire coastline comes alive. Harbors fill with engines, crews, and quiet urgency. For many families, this season determines the year ahead. The window is narrow. Weather shifts fast. Regulations are strict. Every day on the water carries risk, but also opportunity. Miss the season, and the income disappears. Catch it right, and months of hard work can be secured before winter closes in. The American lobster is built for survival. It grows slowly, molting over many years before reaching legal size. Females carry thousands of eggs, yet only a fraction survive. This slow life cycle is why the species must be managed carefully. Cold, clean waters off Maine and the northeastern United States provide ideal conditions. Here, lobsters find shelter among rocky seabeds moving with temperature and tides. Their biology defines the season and explains why every legal lobster pulled from the sea carries real value. Long before daylight, boats slip away from the docks. The air is cold, the sea barely visible, and forecasts are checked one last time. In lobster season, timing matters as much as strength. Crews aim to work ahead of changing weather, knowing a single storm can shut everything down. On deck, traps are stacked tight, baited, and ready. Lines are coiled, hydraulics tested. There's no warm-up once the sun rises. Each hour before the wind picks up is precious. Out here, preparation isn't optional. It's the difference between a productive day and an early return. As the horizon begins to glow, the first traps are set. The season has officially begun. Each lobster trap dropped into the sea is a calculated bet. Steel cages sink toward the rocky bottom, guided by brightly colored buoys that mark ownership and territory. Every color pattern is a signature passed down through families and fiercely protected. Baited with herring or mackerel, the traps wait silently below. When they're hauled back up, there's no suspense like this moment. The cage breaks the surface, dripping seawater, revealing whether the gamble paid off. Legal lobsters are measured and kept. Small ones and egg-bearing females are released immediately. This system isn't about speed, it's about consistency. Trap by trap, day after day, value accumulates beneath the waves. What looks like routine is actually the backbone of one of America's most regulated and valuable fisheries. Lobster fishing in the United States is tightly controlled. Every trap, every catch, every decision on deck is governed by strict rules designed to protect the future of the species. Lobsters below the legal size are returned to the sea. Females carrying eggs are released immediately, often marked to ensure they're protected for life. These regulations aren't optional. Quotas, trap limits, and seasonal closures define how much a fisherman can earn and how long the fishery can survive. Enforcement is constant, and penalties are severe. One mistake can cost a license, a livelihood, or both. For lobster fishermen, survival isn't about taking everything the ocean offers. It's about taking just enough season after season so the next year still exists. This balance between income and restraint is what has kept America's lobster industry alive, while others around the world collapsed. Lobster fishing is one of the most dangerous jobs in America. Heavy traps swing across wet decks. Lines can snap tight without warning. One wrong step, one loop around an ankle, and the sea can pull a person under in seconds. Weather adds another layer of risk. Fog reduces visibility. Sudden swells slam the boat sideways. In winter, freezing spray turns steel decks into ice. Crews work through it all, knowing there's no pause button once the day begins. Every haul carries weight, physical and mental. The price of lobster isn't set only by markets and demand. It's shaped by the danger faced daily by the people who bring it ashore. Once the boat turns back toward shore, speed becomes everything. Live lobsters lose value fast if they're stressed or overheated. On-deck catches are stabilized in chilled seawater tanks, keeping them active and alive. At the dock, trucks are already waiting. Lobsters are transferred immediately, no storage, no delays. Some are routed straight to live markets, others to processing facilities. Every step is planned in advance. In lobster season, time isn't money, it's the product itself. Within hours, American lobsters begin traveling far beyond the coast. Air freight carries them to restaurants and markets in Europe and Asia, often arriving within 48 hours of leaving the water. Temperature, oxygen, and humidity are monitored the entire way. What started in cold Atlantic waters ends on white tablecloths across the world. The speed and precision of this supply chain transform a local harvest into a global luxury, one that depends entirely on what happens during a short, unforgiving season at sea. The ocean that sustained generations is no longer predictable. Warmer waters are pushing lobster populations farther north, altering seasons and forcing fishermen to travel longer distances. Traditional grounds that once delivered steady catches now fluctuate year to year. Scientists track temperature shifts and migration patterns, while fishermen adapt in real time, adjusting trap locations, timing, and fuel budgets. Some experiment with new technologies. Others worry whether the next generation will inherit the same opportunities. Lobster season is no longer just about skill and effort, it's about resilience in a changing sea. American lobster is more than a luxury dish. It's a livelihood, a tradition, and a test of balance between humans and the ocean. Every trap hauled, every rule followed, every risk taken reflects a system built to last, not just to profit. From dark mornings on the water to global markets thousands of miles away, the journey of a lobster carries the weight of an entire season. And as long as the sea allows, fishermen will return each year ready to work, ready to adapt and determined to keep this coast alive. Off the eastern edge of Florida, the line between land and ocean fades quickly. Once the boats push beyond the harbor lights, the Atlantic becomes a different world, loud, unpredictable, and unforgiving. Out here, swordfish aren't just another species. They are the ultimate prize, a benchmark for skill in one of America's most challenging fisheries. Every trip begins with the same mindset, discipline, readiness, and respect for the water. Crews understand that a single swordfish can generate an exceptional payout, yet each attempt carries inherent risks. It's this delicate balance that defines the lifestyle and culture of Florida's longline fleet. Commercial sword fishing plays a vital role in Florida's coastal economy. These fish don't only reach impressive sizes, they also command a premium because of their firm texture, high fat quality, and consistent global demand. High-end restaurants from Miami to Tokyo rely on daily shipments, and distributors compete aggressively for the best cuts. For fishermen, one high-quality swordfish can pay for fuel bait and labor for the entire trip. That potential reward motivates hundreds of boats to chase short, seasonal windows where conditions align perfectly. Prices fluctuate based on weight origin and freshness, but overall, the market for swordfish continues rising. In auctions, large specimens regularly sell at elevated prices, reflecting both rarity and culinary prestige. Every trip begins with meticulous preparation. Miles of heavy-duty line industrial hooks, reinforced rods, and a crew drilled to move as one. Engines are checked, bait is packed, and every member takes position. Florida sword fishing requires coordination similar to a small military unit, because once offshore, there is no room for error. Longline fishing depends on observation and timing. Swordfish rise toward the surface at night when prey like squid and sardines move with the moonlit currents. Captains choose their fishing ground based on subtle indicators: temperature breaks, water color, depth shifts, and sonar patterns. Once the location is confirmed, the boat moves steadily forward while miles of line are deployed into the dark water. Buoys mark sections of the spread, ensuring accurate spacing. This process can take hours, as crews maintain rhythm and avoid tangled lines. When everything is set, they wait. The ocean decides the next move. A hooked swordfish sends a signal before anyone sees it. A sudden vibration down the line, a bend in the rod, or a drifting buoy that changes direction. Immediately, the crew springs into action. Someone takes the rod, another adjusts the throttle, and the others clear space on deck. Swordfish are powerful fighters. They accelerate in bursts, dive straight down, then turn sharply to cut tension. Their long bill becomes a dangerous lever capable of slicing through lines or injuring crew if mishandled. A single battle can last from 30 minutes to several hours. Fishermen rotate positions to maintain strength, each person pulling in synchronized rhythm. The goal is to exhaust the fish without causing damage to the meat. When the swordfish finally surfaces exhausted, the team uses gaffs, ropes, and sometimes a mechanical hoist to secure it safely onto the deck. Florida seas shift fast. A calm night can turn violent in minutes. Strong currents, slippery decks, and the force of a sudden swordfish lunge are real threats. Many accidents occur when the fish is brought close to the boat. Its sharp bill can puncture hull's gear, even injure fishermen. This is why the job is respected and feared in equal measure. Once the boat returns to shore, the focus shifts from capture to preservation. Swordfish are unloaded quickly, weighed, then forwarded to modern processing facilities. Inside chilled rooms, workers cut the massive fish into manageable sections. Skin, fins, and bones are removed before the meat moves into the portioning stage. Precision matters. Consistent cuts, clean surfaces, and proper handling influence the final market value. The meat is vacuum sealed, flash frozen at extremely low temperatures and prepared for shipment. Traceability tags document each fish's journey, including catch coordinates, dates, and handling conditions. From Florida's ports, swordfish travels to domestic restaurants or international markets. Executive chefs value it for its firm texture, mild flavor, and versatility. Whether grilled, seared, or served raw, swordfish remains a premium product in global seafood cuisine. In high-end steak form, a single portion can sell for a substantial price. For Florida's fishing families, these dishes represent more than profit. They symbolize the strength and resilience of communities that depend on the ocean. Swordfish hunting in Florida blends high economic value with undeniable risk. Every step of the process, from setting lines to precision, processing demands, disciplined teamwork, and respect for the environment. The challenge moving forward is clear: protect the species while sustaining the coastal economy. Balancing those priorities will determine the future of Florida's swordfish industry. But one thing remains constant: the fishermen who head offshore will continue embracing both the promise